Okay, so before we get started with this episode, a few announcements. Firstly, I'm going to be releasing a few videos today. I won't tell you what they are, just a little bit of surprise. Secondly, I will be bringing back a battle tournament, and spoilers, Tom and Jerry died. Yeah, they got caught up with a fight with Superman and Batman, and like Superman like blasted Jerry's head off, and then uh, Tom got a battering flown to his uh, head. So I will be sending Ralph and Stabber to the Battle Tournament universe to be the new hosts. So get ready for that. And lastly, don't forget to check out Next Gen Ben 10 on the Next Gen Ben 10 YouTube channel, because new episodes will be released there. I believe next month, or maybe I won't be for a while, but it's I think it'll be next month, and maybe I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to check up on that. But anyway, get excited because there will be new episodes. So there. Anyway, so yeah, let's begin. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What if? Did you know that JonTron has been power scaled? Yeah, the JonTron. In for such infamous lines as "What? What the fuck?" like that. But anyway, yeah, apparently he's star level. Like, holy shit. Like, I went to his Battle versus Wiki, and apparently he just by shedding a tear, he created a star, and he can overpower Palpatine. It's, from Star Wars. So like, yeah, shit. So anyway, that got me thinking. What if I were to power scale myself? So that's this episode's what if question. What if I were to power scale myself? So I will go back to every single episode where I've encountered a great feat, and I will list it, and I'll give my official power scaling of myself. And I will not be talking about Alien X, because yeah, I can turn into him, but I hardly turn into him, and I'd rather not turn into him most of the time. So yeah, let's go. My first biggest feat was in one of my very early videos where I got blown away by a giant air conditioner. I was blown 100 feet away, and the only thing I got out of that was a bruised arm. So I did pretty good for my first feat. But what about my next feat? Well, my next feat is in the same video. I was bitten by the mosasaurus. As a matter of fact, it was the same mosasaurus that took down the Indominus Rex, which is the same creature which can withstand a grenade launcher to the face and basically be unfazed. And the mosasaurus has a stronger bite force than the T-Rex, which has a bite force of up to 12,000 pounds. Well, the movie one, anyways. In real life, the mosasaurus didn't have that big bite force, but this was the mosasaurus from the movie. So, yeah. I guess this really isn't working. Wait, hold on, what's going on in the water? Is there something wrong with... Funny. Jesus Christ, my old videos were cringy. Hell, my videos now are still cringy. Anyway, yeah, I survived that with only like a few scratches. So, good on me. And also in that same video, I was blasted 100 times by Charizard and was hospitalized, but got right out of the hospital the next day. And I was also hit by a giant rock. So yeah, I survived a lot in that video, and look at me now, I'm still standing. Haha. Anyway, those are only my first feats, which places me solidly in building level, with grenade launcher, hitting the Indominus Rex and not phasing it, but the Indominus Rex being taken down by the mosasaurus easily. And I survived that. So yay. I also had a few intelligence feats as well, like figuring out smart strategies for being a gym leader and outsmarting Mango in a battle of wits, a Pokemon battle. But other than that, there isn't much for a while in my history of being a YouTuber. My feats don't really start becoming important until 2 months ago, where I came back from the dead. Well, I didn't really die, but I took a very long hiatus, and I made my very first video I made in a while. The Charizard champion versus Victor Megaraptor versus Velociraptor Morphoff Special. Wow, that was a long name. I'm glad my names are a lot shorter now. Anyway, and that one, I finally re-got my Omnitrix, the one that I got a few million years ago. So, and I really just went all out with my Omnitrix in that video. I turned into 4 arms, which can catch missiles. I turned into humungousaur, which can lift the Takustar, which is like 4,000, which is around 4,000 tons. And I turned into Ghost Freak, which can phase through objects. Kickin, which is an athlete level, super skilled alien. Artiguana, which can freeze lava. Buzzshock, which can electrocute buildings, and a few other aliens in that video. So, yeah, it was pretty impressive. And with those aliens, that solidly places me in large building level plus. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. The next video after that, I turned into lynxshade and frogcrash, which took out an entire mini army of different creatures, which is pretty impressive, Now, there is another video where I fought Toothless the dragon, but that wasn't me, that was a different version of me. And yes, I can turn into those aliens. That doesn't really count as in-canon feats, at least of this universe, so I will not be talking about the Charizard champion versus Toothless battle tournament. Even though technically I can still perform the same feats in that video, like vaporizing Toothless as atomix, and running faster than Toothless as accelerate. And in my video, Clockwork tells you about this week and next week, I, turned into Clockwork, which is an alien that can reverse, stop, control, and control time. He basically controls time, he can time travel and whatnot. And Clockwork once absorbs the energy from a chronosapien time bomb, which wiped out every single timeline and universe in the Ben 10 multiverse except one, which is the one that where the chronosapien time bomb went off in, which is so that solidly places Clockwork and multiversal plus with this time absorption. So yeah, I can turn to Clockwork, which can do that. Then in my Green Lantern versus Ben 10 video, the last one that I made, I turned into a bunch of aliens with a lot of cool feats, like heatblast going toe to toe with Green Lantern, and so did Cannibal and Swampfire and Feedback, which absorbed his green light constructs, and Cannibal will put a beat down on Green Lantern. So yeah, at this point, this solidly places me in like a planetary level, but with turning into Clockwork, I'm actually a lot more than that multiversal. Am I making myself overpowered? Oh, gee. I don't like being overpowered. I just like being average. Which is why I don't like turning into Alien X. Damn, I didn't even think I was going to make it to planetary, actually. Damn. Well, and nothing I can do about that now. It's just the power of the Omnitrix, you know. Anyway. Then I defeated Victor, who absorbed all the powers of, all of the characters from, class, from, like, the same class that Deku is in. And, yeah. Oh, by the way, Victor, if you're watching this, the species that you're half of is Osmosian, idiot. Anyway, yeah, I did that as shocksquatch and lynxshade. So yeah, yee. Still not above multiversal at that point. It's just a smaller feat. Then in my Charizard Champion versus One Punch video, I went up against, well, guess who? One Punch Man. And I defeated him by turning into a variety of aliens like humungousaur, jet ray, ghost freak, and others. So, yeah. And then my last feat is actually in, like, my past, like, two other videos, which are, like, my second time animating and my first time animating. Where in those videos, I get this warped reality so I can make myself 2D. Yeah, you wondered how I did that to make myself all 2D and whatnot. Well, I warped reality, baby, with my mind. So I'm a multiversal character with reality warping and superhuman durability, and the power to turn into different aliens with the Omnitrix. So, yes. Yeah, that's where I place myself. But honestly, I don't think I'd ever want to turn into those super powerful aliens. I just like being me sometimes. I mean, yes, I turn into my other aliens, but they're not that crazy. The ones that I don't turn into that aren't powerful. But anyway, yeah. What if I power scaled myself? Well, this is what happened when I power scaled myself. I'm multiversal plus. Though, if we're talking about Alien X,